What if I told you that the biggest secrets in the GTA 6 trailer weren't hidden in explosions or fast cars, but in the smallest details you probably ignored? What if Rockstar already revealed major story clues, character arcs, and even gameplay features, and most people just missed them completely? Stay with me, because this changes everything. The GTA 6 trailer looks like a cinematic masterpiece at first glance. But once you slow it down, frame by frame, you start noticing something deeper. Rockstar is known for hiding clues in plain sight, and this trailer is no different. In fact, it might be their most detailed and layered reveal ever created. Let's start with Lucia, the first confirmed female protagonist in the GTA series. In the opening moments, we see her in a prison outfit, suggesting that her story begins behind bars. But what many missed is her expression. It's not fear or regret. It's determination, hinting she already has a plan. When Lucia says, "The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together," it sounds simple, but it's actually loaded with meaning. This line suggests a strong partnership dynamic, possibly inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, but more importantly, it hints that betrayal could play a major role later. Now look closely at the male protagonist. Rockstar hasn't officially confirmed his name yet, but his body language tells a story. He often stands slightly behind Lucia, not ahead. This subtle positioning suggests that Lucia might actually be the dominant force in their relationship, flipping the traditional GTA protagonist dynamic. Another detail many overlooked is the ankle monitor Lucia is wearing. This isn't just a visual prop. It suggests restricted movement early in the game, which could introduce a new gameplay mechanic where players must operate within limits before gaining full freedom. Something never deeply explored in previous GTA titles. The setting itself, Vice City, looks more alive than ever before. But beyond the neon lights and beaches, the trailer shows a world obsessed with social media. You can see characters recording everything from crimes to random street moments, hinting that viral culture might play a huge role in the game's storytelling. In one quick shot, we see a woman standing on top of a car, dancing wildly while being filmed. It looks chaotic, but it's actually commentary. Rockstar seems to be reflecting real-world internet culture, where outrageous behavior often leads to fame. This could tie into how missions or reputation systems work. Then there's the alligator scene! At first, it seems like a humorous moment, but it might be more important than it appears. Wildlife interactions look significantly expanded, possibly indicating a more dynamic ecosystem where animals aren't just background elements, but active participants in gameplay scenarios. Pay attention to the police presence as well. In several clips, officers appear more coordinated and aggressive than in previous GTA games. This could mean a complete overhaul of the wanted system, where law enforcement adapts smarter tactics instead of just chasing blindly like before. One of the most talked about scenes is a convenience store robbery, but what people missed is how natural it feels. The reactions, the movements, everything looks unscripted. This suggests Rockstar is pushing for more organic gameplay moments, where actions don't feel repetitive but evolve based on player decisions. If you look at the vehicles closely, you'll notice an incredible level of detail. Dirt, accumulation, reflections, even slight dents all behave realistically. This might indicate a deeper vehicle system where maintenance, damage, and customization play a much bigger role than ever before in the series. There's also a brief clip showing a high-speed chase through traffic, but the interesting part isn't the chase itself. It's how the NPC drivers react. They don't just move randomly, they swerve, brake, and panic in ways that feel incredibly lifelike, hinting at advanced AI improvements. Another Blink and Dumercit detail is the gym scene. A character is seen lifting weights, which could mean the return of physical stat systems like in San Andreas. This opens the door for character progression beyond just money and weapons, adding a deeper layer to gameplay customization. The beach scenes are packed with detail, but one thing stands out. The variety of NPCs, different body types, outfits, and behaviors suggest a more diverse and realistic population. Rockstar seems to be focusing heavily on immersion, making the world feel like a living, breathing place. In one scene, Lucia is seen driving while wearing a bandana. This might seem minor, but it could hint at disguise mechanics. Imagine being able to change your appearance to avoid recognition, adding a stealth element to missions that goes beyond simply hiding from police. There's also a nightclub shot filled with flashing lights and crowded dance floors. But look closer, and you'll see synchronized lighting effects reacting to music. This level of detail suggests that interiors will be more interactive and immersive, possibly allowing players to engage in activities beyond missions. The dialogue snippets in the trailer are short but powerful. Rockstar is clearly focusing on storytelling again, but this time with more emotional depth. The tone feels grounded, almost cinematic, indicating that character relationships will be central to the overall narrative experience. One subtle but important detail is the use of reflections. Windows, mirrors, and even water surfaces show accurate reflections in real time. This isn't just visual polish. It could impact gameplay, allowing players to spot enemies or events indirectly through reflective surfaces. The weather system also deserves attention. Storm clouds, lighting changes, and wet roads all appear highly dynamic. This suggests that weather might not just be cosmetic, but could influence driving, visibility, and even mission outcomes, adding another layer of unpredictability. There's a scene showing a helicopter flying over the city, but what's interesting is the camera angle. It feels like it's being recorded by someone on the ground. Again, this ties back to the social media theme, where everything in the world feels documented and shared. Another overlooked detail is the clothing physics. Outfits move naturally with the characters, reacting to wind and motion. This level of realism hints at deeper customization options, where clothing isn't just cosmetic, but behaves dynamically within the environment. The prison scene at the beginning might also indicate a tutorial section. Starting the game in a restricted environment could allow players to learn mechanics gradually before being released into the open world, creating a smoother and more immersive introduction. There's a quick moment showing a character scrolling through a phone. The interface looks more advanced than ever, suggesting that in-game apps, social media, and communication systems will play a bigger role, possibly even affecting missions and story progression. The lighting throughout the trailer is incredibly realistic, especially during sunset scenes. Shadows stretch naturally, and colors shift dynamically. This isn't just visual beauty. It could impact stealth mechanics, where time of day affects visibility and detection. In one shot, we see a crowded highway filled with different types of vehicles. Trucks, bikes, cars, all moving together seamlessly. This level of traffic density suggests a more realistic urban environment, where driving feels closer to real-world conditions. There's also a moment where a character is seen recording a crime instead of reacting to it. This reinforces the idea that the game will explore modern society's obsession with documenting everything, possibly influencing how events unfold in the world. The facial animations are another huge leap forward. Characters show subtle emotions, from slight smirks to intense stares. This level of detail indicates that conversations and cutscenes will feel more lifelike, enhancing the emotional connection between players and characters. In the background of several shots, you can see construction sites and unfinished buildings. This might hint at a changing world where locations evolve over time, adding a sense of progression beyond just the main storyline. There's a scene showing a convenience store filled with products, and each item looks unique. This suggests a higher level of detail in interiors, making exploration more rewarding as players discover unique items and environments. The presence of boats and watercraft also seems more prominent. Water physics look improved, which could mean expanded activities like fishing, smuggling, or underwater exploration becoming more significant gameplay elements. One of the most subtle details is the sound design. Even though we're focusing on visuals, you can almost feel the environment through the way scenes are presented, suggesting that immersion will be one of the game's strongest aspects. There's a moment where Lucia is seen sitting calmly while chaos unfolds around her. This contrast highlights her personality, suggesting she might be more strategic and controlled compared to the typical impulsive GTA. The use of color grading throughout the trailer shifts depending on the scene. Bright, vibrant tones for daytime and darker, moody hues for nighttime suggest that the game will have distinct atmospheres that change how players experience different moments. In one quick shot, we see a character interacting with a store clerk in a very natural way. This could indicate improved NPC interactions, where conversations feel less scripted and more dynamic, adding depth to everyday encounters. The city itself feels like a character. From crowded streets to quiet neighborhoods, every area seems to have its own identity. Rockstar appears to be focusing on making each location feel unique and memorable. There's also a hint of humor scattered throughout the trailer, staying true to GTA's roots. But this time, it feels more grounded and reflective of modern culture rather than purely exaggerated satire. The presence of motorcycles in several scenes suggests improved bike physics and possibly more focus on two-wheel games. This could open up new types of races and missions centered around agility and speed. Another small detail is the variety of lighting sources at night. Street lights, neon signs, and car headlights all interact realistically, creating a visually rich environment that feels alive, even after dark. In a blink-and-miss-it moment, we see a character adjusting their clothing. This could hint at more interactive character animations, making movements feel less robotic and more human. The way the camera moves during action scenes feels more cinematic than ever before. This suggests Rockstar might be blending gameplay and cutscenes more seamlessly, creating a movie-like experience. There's also a noticeable focus on interiors. From clubs to stores, the inside environments look just as detailed as the outside world, indicating that exploration won't be limited to open spaces. The trailer ends without revealing too much. But that's intentional. Rockstar is known for holding back key details, leaving players to speculate and analyze every frame for hidden clues. And the biggest thing most people missed. This trailer isn't just showing a game. It's setting the tone for a world that reacts, evolves, and reflects modern society in ways no GTA has done before. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most players who only watched the trailer once. But trust me, there are still countless secrets waiting to be discovered as more footage gets analyzed. So, make sure you stay tuned, because we'll be breaking down even more hidden details, theories, and updates about GTA 6 that you definitely don't want to miss.